Everyone, Paul here from Hopstar Computing Solutions, and this is going to be a nice quick video. This is going to be part 2 in a two-part series. Video 1 is all about how to make a free WordPress site, and this video, number 2, is about how to register a domain name and then pay for a package on WordPress as well, so that you can use that domain name and connect the two things together. Now, WordPress does offer you the ability to sign up for domain name through them. I personally like to keep them separate, so that's the way that I'm going to be doing it. I've already got Hover open here. That's the domain name register that I prefer. There are many out there. They act kind of like brokers where you can have many different people who can register a domain name. I'm actually using a extension here on the address, which I'll put up in a nice big font on the screen for you. Jordan Harbinger is a podcaster that I listen to, and if you use his code, you get I think it's 10% off your first purchase, which isn't too bad. So you can type in here what we want. Before I do that, I might just quickly show you what I'm actually creating this for. This is actually my wife's account here for her business, Art by Zara P. So you should go and check that out as well. We're going to have a web address for you to check out at the end of this. So we're going to go over to here. At the moment, we can see we have the free WordPress site here. So we have our normal address, and we have, whoops, don't do that, the .wordpress at the end here. That's what you get when you have a free WordPress site. Now, if we go down to the bottom, there's usually, somewhere down here, a little bit of a text down there, a link. Sometimes that's a picture. You can actually choose what that is, but you can't get rid of it until you get into the higher tiers of the WordPress packages. We're actually going to start by registering a domain name. So your domain name is kind of like your address on the internet. It's what people can type into your address bar to get to your website. I'm going to register Zara P, and I want to see if I can get .art. So you don't have to have just a .com or .com.au address anymore. You can have some really exciting things. For my site, Hopstar.io is my extension, and .io is just a sort of fancy, techie, kind of geeky extension to have. I want something a little bit different. Just a quick note, if you do want a .com.au address, then you actually need to have a ABN registered in order to be able to get that. So other extensions are not only fun, but can be quite easier and sometimes a lot cheaper to get too. So I want ZARAP.art. Obviously, art by ZaraP.art might be confusing, so a nice short one is also not a bad idea because we'll have the ability to have something that's, sort of short and snappy. Let's see if that one's available. Click the little find button, and not only is it available, it's currently on special for $4.99 for the first year. After that, it should go back up to the regular price, which is basically $20 a year. So that's pretty cool. Other ones that are available, we have zarap.online and .org. .com.au is the same price, $20, but once again, you need to have the ABN to be able to get that, the Australian business number. A few other options there. Some of them are quite expensive. If you want .melbourne, that's a bit more expensive. And go down the list. .inc is very expensive. My goodness, look at that one. Other popular ones, .co, .app, .link, .studio. .studio is a pretty good one. But you can have just about anything you can imagine these days. That is pretty cool. So I am going to add this one to cart. And I believe this is actually still American dollars. It is US, so to keep an eye out for that. You might want to actually open up a new tab and do a quick conversion. I'll show you how to do that. So $4.99 USD to AUD, or whatever your currency is. And we should get round about $6.54. I'm going to go over to my cart. I actually have an account with Hover, so I'm going to sign in. So now that I've logged in, to make it easier for myself, we can go to Secure Checkout. Going to blur out some of those details there. We see the discount there somewhere. It should be there somewhere. You need to click the Terms and Service and Submit. And there we go. It is complete. Now I can go over and manage my domain. I'm currently managing 2 domains. And there it is. What we need here to take into our WordPress site is the name server here. This is what actually connects them together. But first we need to go over to our WordPress site over here. A quick side note here from the video. This option was actually quite hard for me to find, so I'm putting it up on the screen here now so you can see it. It's under the Upgrades tab, and then you can either click on Upgrades or click on Upgrades and then Plans to get to this page here. Okay, so the one we're looking at is the Personal. If you come down, you can see here the difference between the different plans. So this is the one that we want. So click Upgrade. So before, entering the details. I'm going to be using this method. Okay, this is new. I haven't seen this before. That might be worth having a look at, but we're going to go no thanks. I'll do it on my own. Okay, we don't want to claim a free one. No, nope. I just want to get back to where I was now. Thank you. So I'll go back up to my sites. Now under here, we're going to go down to Upgrades, Domains. And we're going to add a domain to this site. Scroll down and look for Use a Domain I Own, Map Domain, rp.art is the one that we registered. That's recording, audio is going. Right, I have to have a bit of a think then. So what we're doing here is, it looks like we're making another purchase, but as you can see it's 0. It's mapping the domain, so that's what we want. I've typed in the correct one, rp.art, complete the checkout. And then we need to go back over to hover and add these ones in to point it over here. So I'm going to do Control-C to copy. I think only 2 work with hover, but I'll do all 3. You could also write these down. So go back over to hover now. And it looks like they're already maybe set up. Let's have a look. Are they the same? Yeah, so that's fine. These can actually take up to 24 to 48 hours for them to sort of become connected. And if there are any problems, you can contact, I'd start with WordPress support and then hover support after that. So I'm going to stop recording now and come back in probably a day once it's fully connected. Something important that I also missed is when you're logged into Hover, you actually need to go in and verify your email address. You can see the verify button here on the screen. And the idea is that when you click that, you will be sent an email with a link that you can click just to make sure that you are a real person. This is to stop people making scammy or dodgy web addresses. And here we can see the page that you land on after you've clicked the link. I've obviously blanked out my details here, and I just need to click the verify button down the bottom. And finally, over at WordPress again, we have on the left-hand side, under Upgrades Domains, we can actually see the new domain being listed there, the zarp.art in this case. And we just need to click on that to say this is the one we want to use. So you can still use the old WordPress one, you can see listed there. However, we want the one that we've actually set up. So we just click on that. And then that's it. Then you just wait your day or two. And then finally, when we go to our browser now, and we type in www.zarp.art and press enter, it takes us to our site, which we're currently in the process of upgrading. So do come back and check this site out soon. I'm helping my wife with some logos and uploading more of her art. There's a whole lot of stuff that isn't even on here yet. But as you can see up in the address bar here, it's now just zarp.art. So we don't have to worry about having the .wordpress anymore, and we can remove some of the other branding. Some of the ones, like I said before, like down the bottom here, apparently you can only remove those if you get the higher level premium package for WordPress, which we don't really need. We now have a web address that we can point people towards. That's nice and short and simple, and it looks really good too.